traffic just by making a video. So stay tuned. We're about to share some good stuff.
Hey, so here we are at Springfield Spring and Stamping, one of the typical drop shop site tours we do. Tom and I show up with cameras and lights and gear, and we figure out what's the essence of this company. How is it different from another spring company, from another stamping company? Hey, we're Park Gurus. We're here to make American manufacturing stronger than it's ever been. And right now, take a few minutes and take a look at these videos. See what other shops are using to get better leads. Imagine yourself in the place of these job shops. Take a look. They're pretty awesome.
Ceramics, sometimes your last resort, but the best solution.
We provide total manufacturing solutions for our customers.
Means you have a company that have multiple disciplines, multiple core competencies to give a customer a full band of metal.
Good morning. Thank you. That was it. Thanks for coming.
Good afternoon. It's been a long day. I hope you had a great day at the show. Enjoy your drive home. Hey, I'm Rob. This is Tom.
Hello, we're the Park Gurus, and thank you for having your brother in that video because he lost 50 pounds, and that was his other half. Anyway, welcome this morning. We're all here to learn some weird stuff about the internet because it's changing all the time, and we're hoping that we can share some of our knowledge or experiences, I would say that. So first of all, we want to thank you for coming to the show. Rob?
I'm Rob, and I'm going to thank you for coming to... No. Honestly, my family's been running this show since 1974. Not this particular one. There'd be a lot of days if you had a show since 1974. It's thousands, you know. We appreciate if you're an exhibitor, you're at our show, thank you. If you're an attendee, thanks for coming. I hope you find what you're looking for today. We've got 170 really good quality vendors. We had 700 people through the door, minus 5, 695 through the door yesterday, maybe another 500 today. I hope they're good leads for you. Our job is to help American manufacturing. My father's a Marine. We wave the flag. We care about American manufacturing more than anything else in the world. That's what we do. And Tom and I are here as his next thought process to help you everywhere get good quality leads and beat all the other countries. We don't care if state to state. We care country to country. We don't want China doing any more business. We don't need them doing our business. We want to pull it back from them. We want to all reshore it here. We need your help. I know you can't get employees. I know you can't get materials. We've got to fight through that. We're going to get you the leads. And some people will wait for those parts. So thanks for coming.
And one of the reasons we're here is because 12 years ago, we watched the interaction between the visitor and the people manning the booth, or womaning the booth, to be correct, right? So the exchange was phenomenal because technology, brain thought, everything was going along. And we said, let's film this. And better to ask forgiveness than permission. We didn't ask permission, we just went up and, I got it. We went up and asked questions and filmed it. And next thing you know, during COVID, the phone rings. Thank you for the timing, that was perfect. The phone rings, it was Google. And they said, guess what? Your videos on YouTube gives you privileges, which we'll get into, but we are the largest YouTube channel on earth for manufacturing at this point. The bottom line is, today we're going to show you some stuff. I use, terms that are very technical, stuff. So like today we're going to show you how Google works, because nobody knows what's going on, because they change their algorithm 5 times a year, sometimes more.
So just one quick aside. We all use Google. 92% of searches are done on Google. If you think the other search engines matter, you're right, but barely, okay? 92% of searches, so where you show up there matters. What we're going to show you today is how those results show up on the screen and why they're where they are. It's not random. It's on the screen so that Google and YouTube can make money, and you can take advantage of it. It's not just random where it shows up. We'll explain that perfectly today when Hardy stops getting phone calls.
And what's weird is, people would say, I use DuckDuckGo because there's no ads. And guess where they get their search results from? Google. It's bizarre. So Google is the center of the world. We're going to tell you what works for manufacturers, because the big issue with the whole world right now is you talk to your web guy or your ad agency, and they Google the internet and they go, here's the best practices. The problem is, it's all for retail. It's all for tracking clicks, conversions. It's all about making the sale. Well, you guys know that somebody doesn't doesn't get convinced to buy a part from you because of your website. They either need it or they don't. The only thing you can do is make that process happen faster.
Tom, who works in a family business? You guys all probably wish some days, like on a Thursday afternoon, that grandpa or dad or mom did not start a job shop, because it's impossible to advertise what you do. If you guys made products, you guys would be billionaires and retired and own a small island somewhere. It's so easy to promote and advertise a product, a thing in a box with a SKU on Amazon or wherever. What you guys do is very difficult to promote. We know, because we run the show, and we're bringing in 1,000 people through the door, advertising the fact that custom people will be here. It's even weirder for us. I'm not just advertising injection molding. It's 585 processes. Very tough thing to do. Figuring out how to do it on Google is what we're going to show you how to do.
So while we're here to give you information, we wanted to put this slide in. He mentioned it last night. He goes, people watch our seminar and get a lot of knowledge, but they don't understand when they leave how we can help. So I just want to throw this in here. We do it all. I mean, I had the largest internet company in Connecticut in 1999. Yeah, when Al Gore invented the internet.
No, right after he did.
Right after.
Right after.
Because my email address was AOL.com. So the point is we have a lot of experience doing this. So if you have any questions, yes, we're here to ask and answer questions. We're also here if you need somebody to do the work for you, because we have all this experience and
Yep.
people to do it.
We're here to help. Anything you need in marketing, we are here
So
to
that was
do it for you.
that was the plug. Why could we do this? Because we've spent, go ahead, everybody all together, $1 billion.
Those are Canadian dollars, so they're not really
on
good.
marketing over the years for the show. We spent that much online. So we kind of feel like we know what we're saying a little bit.
Yeah, we have to keep changing what we're saying because Google keeps changing it. Part of that you'll see today.
So what's happening is, again, we changed the seminar because last night he goes, wait a minute, let's show them. Let's not tell them, let's show them. So we went and Googled how to do best online marketing. And out of 3 billion results, this came up, right? Let me zoom in. So this is what the internet says you should be doing. So the big thing is search engine optimization. Everybody know what SEO is? That's when you make your website good so it's found, okay? Second thing, pay-per-click advertising. Those are those AdWords at the top. Third thing, content. We all hear about content. Then they have social media, email, blah, blah, blah. The point is, what we're going to show you today is that, first of all, SEO is dying. It's going away. So are websites. I'll get there and I'll show you
We'll
why.
explain why they're less important than they used to. They used to be the thing, right? We currently host 135 job shop websites at Design Department.
By the way,
But-
the new algorithm
Yeah.
on Google, there are 6 ways to get higher on a search page without a website. So I'm going to show you how to get higher on a search and not even have a website. Now, we're not saying don't have a website. You have to have a website. But websites used to be a sales tool. Now they're a follow-up tool. They're ultra important to have, I'm going to say this again, ultra important to have a good website. Ultra important, but it's not a salesman. It's a follow-up tool. You meet somebody at the booth, they want to see if you're real, they're going to go to your website. So make sure it's good, spend the money, it's good, but it's not going to get you new business. Pay-per-click advertising, that's the AdWords at the top of the page. Anybody do those? Try them? It could be up to $6, $7 a click. The problem is,
Google says
Google
6% of people click on ads.
yeah. Well, I got 9 because
Yeah.
he keeps changing it.
No, I searched this today, it's 6. We did a seminar 2 weeks ago in Marlborough, Mass. And a guy in the audience said, you're wrong, it's less than 1%.
Yeah.
No one clicks on ads. I pay for them, no one clicks, and the wrong people are clicking. So it's up at the top of the page, begging for you to click, and why is it there? That's where Google makes money. Don't think that they're a free company. It looks free because you just go there and search, but they're making money off of all of us all the time. If you don't click on the ads, your potential customers aren't clicking on your ads. So your ads might do okay, they might do very poorly. So think about that.
So it all comes down to content marketing. We've heard those terms. Content marketing. What is content? Anything that's worthy of telling. So that's what we're focusing on, and we're going to do it with videos. And there's many reasons, again, we're going to tell you why, but the number one reason why, and people don't know this, is that Americans with Disability Act. Google has to transcribe your video. So a 3-minute video of somebody talking into a video has more keywords than an entire 30-page website. And especially with the trend these days, websites are becoming simpler. You ever notice that, like, what do they do? Well, nice pictures. What do they do? What do they do? We don't want to read anymore. So what we do is we want pictures. Well, why don't we put pictures and sound together and make it a video?
Another thing about websites, we all had to make those, change number 17 on your website, make it mobile enhanced and responsive so it shows up on every device. 70% of searches are done on phones these days. So it all had to look good there. The only way it could look good there is have fewer words, because no one's reading like that. You can't pinch and grow it anymore. That's an old website, and Google doesn't even like those. So you end up with less content on a mobile site. It's actually going downhill for you, but people can see it quickly. Usually they're using it to find your business if they're coming to travel to visit you. And that's where that website needs to be important. We'll show you that later on a Google search.
And because you're not retail, you're a service business, a contract manufacturer, we have to talk about social media and email marketing. Those things matter. So again, we're sitting here saying, okay, these three things, content marketing, social media, email. And here's the other thing, when you talk to your web company, most consultants and web people do not talk about video because they don't do it. They don't know how to make money doing it, so they don't recommend it. So that's another thing to consider.
Quick aside, we started with a bunch of snippets of videos. Tom and I have 850 videos on our YouTube channel, 850 job shop videos, largest channel. You saw some snippets. None of that was scripted. That is the people passionately talking about who they are. That is pre-selling their company to somebody who finds them. Interesting, some of the people in the front row do an ad for this show, and you saw a little bit of it. Come see me in booth 124. Imagine the conversation that happens without a video at a show. They walk up to you and go, oh, what do you guys do? Where are you from? And 2 minutes wasted crap, right? Mud, crap, wasted crap. Then imagine they've watched a 7-minute video about who you are. Where does that conversation begin? I've already decided that you are either good for me, you're a problem solver, you can make my part. Now have our discussion for those 2 minutes. That is much better spent time by having a video seen before anyone ever hears about it.
So again, we were told when we built our first websites, make new pages, keep it fresh, track your clicks. That, again, it was all good for retail, not for a service business. So that's why we keep saying, hold on, who are we talking to? The young Jeffrey Dahmers of the world. Oh, did I just say that? Sorry.
He didn't pick that on purpose, but it does look like a young Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, the reason I said that is because I got a strike against me on YouTube because 3 years ago I reposted a sign or a meme about Jeffrey Dahmer saying, who cares how many people I have for Thanksgiving? All right, so it was a dumb thing, but I reposted it and they canceled me for that. So now we're gonna get into how crazy the internet is. But anyway, the bottom line here is consumers want video because they're on the phone. That's tomorrow's engineer. This is what we're doing. We're on the phone because more than half of all internet traffic goes to a phone. And you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, I'm going to engineers. I want the guy who's a head designer at Caterpillar. He's at work. Yeah, guess what? His firewall and IT guy doesn't let him search. So what does he do? Our biggest registrations come on a Sunday night from a phone or a tablet because they go home, they go to lunch. That's when they start searching. So everything is on that phone.
Now, Tom often tells that one of the busiest days of registration for our show is a Sunday. Well, those guys work a lot, but they're not working Sundays. They can't get through the firewall. They go home, bring their stuff. I'm going to that show.
You could tell he wasn't listening.
Yeah. No. I had to turn your volume up because I couldn't hear you well. Is the volume okay, guys? Do I need to shut up more?
So anyway,
raise your hand if you're sure.
We all recognize these little guys, and like, how much effort do I put against these? And you should. Again, remember I didn't say don't have a website, just don't rely on it to get you business. I'm not saying don't do this, because you have to. Because this is very inexpensive to do this, but you get a lot of this. How do I get a quote? How do I get give us a call. How do I get a quote? This guy, Joel Stein, Jet Puffed Marshmallow Cream, has no workplace, no schools, because he's fake. The internet loves, and you've heard this in the news, we got the Twitter thing going on, it's true. What they'll do is they'll take your money and they'll go, you're running an ad campaign. Well, hey, hold on, he's not making any money, we need more out of him. So let's send some robots to give him hope.
A little bit of hope.
Yeah, I'll talk to you and you're gonna feel excited. Well, be careful. Now, am I bashing it? Not really. Here's why. I got clients that got that. I got the head designer of Ford Motor Company from Facebook for one of my clients.
Which stunned all of us because there's a lot of junk there. But Can you spend time on it? Can you have a young person in your company just look at it once in a while and do it? Yeah. Spend hours a day on it? I don't think it makes the best monetary sense. But
Again, weigh your ROI.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it, because if you're not there, again, in life, 99% of success is showing up. So I'm not saying don't do it, just don't rely on it, but do it. So what we do is we focus on Google and YouTube, because they are the #1 and #2 search engines in the world.
Yeah, 16 years ago, Google bought YouTube. Everyone thinks they're separate companies. They're not. They do different things, but they do the same, and they make money, and they help us find things while making money. We'll show you how to pay attention to that.
So the 2 rules of Google and YouTube are, #1, be relevant. #2, if you can't be relevant, be somewhere that is relevant. And I'll show you what that means. Who's this? I'll be back. Who saw the movie? Right? Oh, thank you. Skynet. What was the whole premise? The robots took over, AI took over. Do you know this is happening? This is true? Do you know there's only 3 people in the world that understand Google's AI algorithm? There's only 3 people in the world. And the 3rd guy who talks about it says, we can't stop it. So what is AI? AI, artificial intelligence, is supposed to be smart. It teaches itself, it learns, it tracks you. It does everything to make your life better.
Easier, they say.
Amazing.
In July, Google instituted the new version of using AI to put the right people on the right part of the page on a Google search.
Now, here's the thing. As a consumer, we all go, oh, they're tracking me. It is a good thing, because here's why. If you're interested in woodworking, your ad feed will be woodworking tools and stuff you don't know. Again, tremendous. As a marketer, I love this. As a job shop, you should love it, because you know who's seeing your stuff? People that are interested. What's great about the internet is, let's say I take a billboard. Guy comes up and says, you're going to buy a billboard, 2 million people drive by it every day. Yeah, well, I only want 1% of the people in those cars. Okay, what Google does is they will take your ad, or they'll take anything that you put out there, and they will present it to the world. And then their AI will go, oh, that housewife in Peoria, nope. That doctor over here, nope. And they narrow it down because it's their own platform. So you don't pay for this. It just learns, and it benefits us. So the more AI there is, it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, it's a double-edged sword.
Tom, they're listening to you. You say something in your house and something shows up on your feed.
Anybody ever had that happen? You're talking in your phone.
Well, this happened last night. We were at a restaurant, DBA it's called, and we were going to go over to see some other customers over at Crave. Crave's a great little restaurant in town. And I searched it. I had put my glasses on. I screen captured it, and it popped up and it said, "You visited here 4 years ago." How the hell does it know that? I did. Thank God it wasn't a strip club, but you know, my wife does check my phone. But yeah, that happened last night to me.
Now, why did I say earlier that SEO on websites, not as important anymore? Because AI reads content. They read what's called intent. So if your homepage, if you're a screw machine shop and you wrote, I'm a screw machine shop that screw machine parts that need screw machining. You need screw machining, come to screw machine. Google will look at that and go, you're at the bottom of the list because you're faking us out. They read intent. They're trying to learn natural language. If you wrote, I'm a screw machine shop that's been in business for 40 years, that's a much better sentence. Because what you did is you told Google 2 things about you. Established and what you do. You only need to say it once. In the old days, how many times can you fake it out? We used to put white type on a white background at the bottom of a website that just said screw machine, and it worked.
For a while, it did work.
Yeah, it did work. And then because the fact that they transcribe videos, it has 10 times more content than websites. And that's huge.
Another thing that Tom said, you have to put it together here. The properly done video for anything is interviewing people and having them naturally tell you about their process, their project, their product, what they talk about, natural English, because that's what's being indexed.
Wait, it's getting even worse. So AI, if I went like this, I'm a screw machine shop, right? That's a video. Here's the next video. I'm a screw machine shop. Believe it or not, the second one will rank higher because of my inflection, my purpose, my intent. This matters, right? What the heck?
Yeah, it's getting weird, but we know this. And we're the only people that care about manufacturing, so we're going to help We could probably sell a lot of other type of products. We don't care. We're Americans. We want to sell American job shop parts and services. So that's what we do. We'll show you how that works.
So we have
in the
content.
video.
We have content. Why we have content is for ranking. Ranking determines who sees you, when they see you, where they see you, and how much you spent. So the better your content and the more of it. Hardy has 104 videos on our channel. How you doing? Good? Loving it? Yeah. Amazing. He'll call me. I finally bought him a camera. He has his own camera in his shop in Louisiana. He gets me on FaceTime. He goes, what do I talk about? He stands in front of the machine. I'm on the phone. Do this, do this, do this. He Dropboxes me the footage. We put it up on YouTube. He gets 20,000 views. That's the way to do this. There's never shy away from video content. Doesn't have to be great either. It doesn't have to have production value.
Hardy can do it. Sorry, Hardy.
All right, so
You know where I live.
So the bottom line is we have 800 videos on our channel by accident. And then during COVID, like I said, they called and said, you have a big channel. I go, thank you. What does this mean? And they go, well, we're going to offer you stuff. I go, the opportunity to spend money? No. You're going to build a channel, you're going to build a brand, and they helped me and us build Part Gurus, we branded it. And then they said, we're going to give you the opportunity to make money off of all of your videos with advertising. And I went, no. Why? Well, because we're here to promote. We're trying to recreate the trade show experience online 24/7. I don't want to charge people. I don't want to make money off of their videos. So they said, okay. And I said, shut it off. If I have the opportunity to make money, I have the opportunity to not make money. I told them to turn it off. We're the only place right now on YouTube that you can put a video and there'll be no ads in front of it.
So you know,
that's the benefit they gave us.
every video you watch is a Geico ad in front of it, and you get irritated. You probably haven't bought by Geico. I've seen that in Progressive a million gazillion times. It's 5 seconds skip, some are 25 seconds. The ones that are 30 seconds to skip kill me because I got ADD, right? I can't wait. On our channel, Tom's saying there's none of those. It's a person clicks on an engineer clicks on your video and they watch your video. At the end of it, though, there's other videos that you've done or that we've done, and it keeps them in that rabbit hole watching job shop videos from America.
So now they told us we had 2 million minutes of views, and I go, okay. I built websites in 2000, and it was about hits. Remember when you built your first website, and the web guy goes, you got 20,000 hits this month. Then we found out a web page, everything is a hit. A picture's a hit, text is a hit, a logo's a hit. So one person watching one web page for 1 second creates 10, 15, 20 hits. Hits quickly became a non-metric. These guys told us we have 2 million minutes of views. I go, why are you saying minutes of views and not people? Because the new algorithm loves to say, here's how long the video is. How much does somebody watch it? That determines your ranking. The average video on the internet right now has a 22-second watch time. Ours are 3 minutes and 58 seconds. She went nuts and she goes, that's why we're telling you you have 2 million minutes of views. That's not people. Because an average person on our site will watch 5 videos because they look up something or they run into Hardy's video. At the end of the video, like Rob said, the Guru's thing comes up and it says, your suggested next video is, and they'll show somebody else in the show, and then somebody else, and then somebody else. So we call it the mall effect. If you owned a shoe store, you want to be not out in the cornfield, you want to be at the mall with other shoe stores. Why? Because somebody will drive 2 hours to see your shoes because they want to compare. Now, manufacturing is a big market. You guys are the cream of the crop. We're here representing the cream of the crop. So our engineers who use the site love the fact that it's easy to digest the information. You guys make sense, and you're going to solve my problems. And that's why we're the trusted brand, thanks to Google. They taught us this.
We have a friend who works for a big web company out of multi-states. Boston is one, and they moved to LA recently, called Blue Ocean. They're enormous. And they do video content, and we're friendly with them a little bit. And they said that their big clients, like Microsoft and Cisco and Oracle, are getting 32 seconds views. She works with us and says, if I told any of those clients you're getting 3.5 minutes views, they would fire me, but I can't get them the views because their stuff is boring. Your stuff is intriguing for your audience. Engineers will watch hours of stuff to learn how to solve a problem. We're all nerds like that too. We watch forever. Drives your wife crazy, doesn't it? You got a young baby too, but you're still watching YouTube. That's how we solve problems, right? But that's what works well for us.
So really quickly, we've all seen this. This is a page, but this is the little thing you got to look for, the ads. That's what they're paying for these. So this is a bidding process.
So Tom searched on pressure
Pressure
farming.
farming. I want to find a pressure farmer. I'm in Connecticut. What's going to happen is these guys decided they want my keyword, so they all bid to be in front of me. $3, $3.20, 88 cents. Why? What? 88 cents? Well, nobody else wanted to bid. So guess what? It's a game. I picked none of them. You know why? Because I don't click on ads. I'm in the 6%.
6%.
Because of what happened in the old days, as a web developer, you could do what's called a wildcard, which means you put a star and you could say keyword here. So I looked up lug nuts for a 57 Chevy and it said at Walmart. Click, went to Walmart's homepage. You know yourself, walking into the front door of Walmart. Welcome to Walmart. Where's the lug nuts? Oh, we don't have those. What? So it discredited right away. What happens next is this. This is the last free thing in the world. Google My Business. It's not even called that anymore. What's it called?
I think
Google
place
Business or
page,
something?
Google Place page. I think. Now, anyone not from the area searched this yesterday on their phone last night. Restaurants near me. #1 search for a travel restaurant, right? And you chose a restaurant off of the Google My Business or Google Place page. Did you pick anything that was under 4.6 stars? Would you go to a taco shop with a 2.1? Only once. Then you'd be there longer in your bathroom. But yeah, so this is what comes up everywhere when people are searching locally.
So what we're telling you right now, this is the free part of the seminar.
Oh, the whole seminar's free.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to pass the hat
You better wear it. Oh, is it the cowboy hat? He bought a beautiful cowboy hat.
in Nashville. Anyway, so this is the last free thing because your company needs to be on Google My Business. And then what you need to do, ready? Hold on. I have to say this quietly. Get one of your employees to make a fake review, meaning, or get a real customer. But it's okay, as long as you're on another email address, get a review.
Only one of these three has reviews, 5-star review.
And it could be as simple as, they're great. That's all he did. He logged in and said, Conlin is great.
You know,
But that gives him a 5-star.
the perfect world, have 5 of your customers that really like you, fill out a review, best, on time, good stuff, and it looks good and stays there. You want it to be 5 stars because of that 2.1 Taco Bell rating, right? All that should be good, easy to do. We can't do it, your web company can't do it. You can do it and have your customers or employees and friends and good people that love you do that. Make it look, if yours is a 3, get 25 5 stars so it averages it up and that 3 disappears and becomes a 4, 4.2 and move it up.
And as I scroll down the page, we discovered this a couple years ago, right before COVID. Our customers started saying, we show up a lot. Look at the section that they have. They have images, they have Google My Business, they have videos.
People also ask videos.
Yeah, people also ask, this is the new SEO, by the way.
Yeah.
This is AI looking at all the websites and trying to predict what the user wants. How do you make vacuum farming? Well, that's not proper English because Arnold's not that smart. They're gonna learn though. Well, look at this, videos. This is out of 3 million results. Park Gurus, 2019, Park Gurus, Park Gurus, Park Gurus. We're dominating the front page by accident. Why? Because we have the content and we rank. And we don't have ads. So that means no ads, we get thumbs up. When a thumbs up comes, we rank even higher. Then down here, look at this. This is where your website is. On an organic search, I just showed you how to get above the front page without the website.
Buckets, yeah.
So think about it. The algorithm works this way. Think of Home Depot buckets. And the page that we just looked at, the data is in each bucket. So you could be here, which is the video bucket, and you're going to show up in a certain area. AdWords, maps, questions. Now this is not always looking in this stacked order. It varies. You can't figure it out.
If there's nothing local, there could be no Google My Business or Place page. There may be no questions because no one's come up with that content yet. But the websites that your SEO is driving is always at the bottom of page 1. Now, anyone spending a lot of money monthly on SEO, it's okay if you want to share it with me. You don't have to tell me how much. Some people we know are spending $900 a month on SEO. They have a 32-page job shop website, which is pretty big for a job shop. You probably need 8, 10 pages, whatever. $900 a month to show up there. But you don't show up there. What does your SEO company typically tell you? Hey, I review you every month or every quarter. You were on page 7 with this keyword that you love, and now I got you to page 6. Well, guess what? 11% of people go to page 2, ever, on a Google search. You do the same thing yourself. You do a search, you look for the, what do? You change your search and hit search again. That's page 1 again. It's not page 2, that's page 1. And you do it over and over. Maybe what will pop up on their first page searches, people often, oh, that's what I want, click. You're still on page 1. You've never even gotten to someone's website. You're certainly not getting to page 7 where the 900 a month guy is showing up. That's why SEO is, at least for processes like you guys do, a waste of money right now. You're not going to show up on page 1. You better pay to be in a video, have some really good content, or pay for a Google ad, and $8 a click is expensive. Some people are paying $50 a click. But there's a lot of places before your website that you should be learning to take advantage of.
Speaking of websites, how many websites should you have? Right? 1? Then there's a thing called the landing page. Now, here's what this is. Your website is ranked. Let's say I work for Nabisco and I have a website for Oreos. I sell milk and cookies. Milk and cookies. Somebody searches for milk. I'm only 50% relevant to that search. So that means I show up way down here. You guys sit around your conference room with all your people. What do we do? Well, we're quality driven. No. CNC machining. Okay, we do screw machine. Yeah, we do. You argue about what you are. There's no rule that says you can't have a screw machining page, a Swiss screw page, and a CNC machining page. Those are landing pages. And what they have on those pages is a video at the top. Because the video is your keywords. The guy just stands in front of the camera and talks for 3 minutes about that particular name, and Google says, I like this page because that's relevant. That page will get higher on a search than your website will. Here's an example. You can now take that concept and niche market it. So we have an investment casting client out of Indiana. So, wow, that looks like a 1911 handgun frame. Yeah, we're trying to get into that market. Really? Yeah, how do we market that? Because we can't sell firearms and stuff on the internet. What do? Let's do a video. So if you right now type in castings for firearms, which is in the industry, if you're going to buy a gun, you have forged guns and you have cast guns. Look where he's showing up. First of all, he was at the top, but his video's right here. Investment castings for firearms, 120,000 views. He doesn't pay for that, for those views, because he's niche marketing. Everything on that page links back to his website. So the website is where you end up because it's the sales follow-up. Landing pages are your salespeople.
Quick thing about branding. Anyone have a really bad company name that doesn't say what you do in your name? Like Uncle Jim and Roger became J&R Inc. and you started a company called J&R and people have no idea what J&R does. It's typical Job Shop. I mean, we were smart enough to put, Job Shop Shows was one of our original names, so it's shows for job shops, but we were lucky. My dad could have put the Ben Edwards Company, right? Those kind of things don't show up on Google, and people don't know who you are. But if you show up with a video showing what you do and how awesome you are, and then they click the button, oh, that's who these guys are that are that smart. Branding your own company name for a company as small as we all are is a waste of money. They'll find out who you are after you convince them that you're damn good at solving their problem. Branding is for people that make a Coca-Cola and his Nabisco, and he clearly buys a lot of cookies, but just had to say it out loud.
Thanks again.
You're welcome.
You know what? I have a bet. How far into it will he make a weight joke?
He's losing weight. Hardy lost weight. I lost weight. Friend on the show floor, 104 pounds.
You lost brains during COVID.
I did.
Anyway, so everybody watched Willy Wonka. Remember that show? Remember the golden ticket? The golden ticket was the gift. The gift that only one person gets. Now, the man sitting right here is smart enough to have us come down to his plant 3 times over the past 10 years. We put him on top of his rotational molding machine. He goes, what are we doing? I go, I have no idea, but let's do it. We made a video where the anti-sales video, meaning he described the process from the top of the machine, talked about it. This has got to be the most boring goddamn video you've ever seen. No, it's not. His passion made it go high. Google saw it. We found out later that you got the golden ticket. Here's why. You type in rotational molding, and I challenge you after this thing, grab your phone and type it in and see what happens. You type in rotational molding, you're going to have the ads. These people are paying $7, $10. You get down to videos, and he's here. 2018. He's the #1, what do they call it, trusted content for Google. AI deemed him as the rotational molding king of the internet.
He's sort of the video Wikipedia of what is rotational molding.
So he comes up #1 for that term all over the world. And what's weird is they actually came back and said, his information is so good, we're gonna break it down. Notice, here's him, but then you have 6 key moments in the video. He takes up this much space on an internet browser. It's unbelievable. And what's the result of this? 183,000 views. Oh, 1.6 million, no, 1,000 likes. Wait, what was the one? He's got over 1 million views of this video by now. I got the wrong slide on there. That's an old one. So the bottom line is he doesn't pay for that, but he gets extreme placement because of his information.
Now, I want to make it clear, if your content's that good, it's going to show up on the front page out of our channel. But most of the views that people on our channel are getting is we're spending a little bit of money to get in front of the right engineers by their use of YouTube. If it's an engineer who's searching a lot of other engineering videos, that's tracked on YouTube. You're logged in so you can save the videos you like and look at your history. We're able to buy at a really reduced price a view of your video as an ad in front of what that guy's like. Oh, that's a great video to watch. That's where most of the views come from for videos we promote. It's like Google AdWords, but just for video, and it's way less expensive than Google AdWords, like pennies versus dollars. And that's where most of the traffic comes on a daily basis for all of our videos that we position.
And here's another free tip. You got to protect your own name on the internet. So one of our tricks, all right, so you do CNC machining, right? And I go, what's your competitor? My biggest competitor is J&R that he spoke about. Great, I'm gonna buy the ad for J&R. So if somebody types in J&R tooling, your video or your ad will be at the top of their name. That's dirty pool, but it's
Dirty
happening.
pool's allowed.
So what you have to do is protect your own name. Here's an example.
What he's not telling you to do is do that to your competitor. Make sure they're not doing it to you.
Yeah.
If they're doing it to you, buy an AdWord and be above them.
Right. So here's the thing. I'm going to type in GP Precision because I met them at the show. I'm typing their name in. I'm not searching for what they do. I'm typing their name. So this is obvious. They should be here. They should be here. They should be all the way down. But this area, this real estate, if you don't have videos on the internet, that's going to be your competitor. So and then this will be determined by not having the page dominated by your name. So you need to really consider who's using your name. So again, what we say is play the AI game right and you get rewarded. You get rewarded with all this beautiful stuff that I shared with you.
The thing,
And then-
Tom said to me on the way to the show here, we'll get you out in time, we have plenty of time here. Tom said, you know, one of the things that just came, I read it in Forbes or something, the most hated job to have is a video editor. And I felt bad about that because that's what he does. He's like the Spielberg for manufacturing videos. We're not just clipping pieces together, it's making a story out of what we heard you say, coaxed you to say, made your employees say about you, what we filmed as B-roll of how your machines do great stuff when we go to your shop. And he puts it together in a storyline that an engineer just can't click off of. If he has to use the bathroom, he doesn't want to put it on pause, he'll just wait, he'll take the bath and take it with him. It's that exciting of content for manufacturing. So that's what we do. The editing of it matters. The order it's done, how it goes to the next, so people don't leave and they watch the whole thing till they decide, what do we need from them? Just to say, I'm gonna call this guy, I'm gonna call you. That's all the video does. The video is then finished for that prospect. And you are talking to him or her on the phone, and it's up to you and your sales guys to close them if they're the right customer, or pass them off to someone who's a friend that you trade business with, period. That's what a video, that's what marketing does. But that video then tells that perfect story to everybody that comes next and wants to see who and what you do.
Talk about stories. So this happened. To give you a demonstration of how this works. So I did a video for a company. He's up on the internet. We're paying a little bit of money for promotion. He wants to reach engineers in the Michigan area, automotive, which we have to go South Carolina now. But anyway, the phone rings 2 days after Christmas. Hello? Yeah, how'd you do it? I go, how'd I do what? Excuse me? Yeah, I'm a design engineer at a motor company for
Not Ford.
company.
4 letters with an F.
Large company. He goes, my son is playing on my computer watching SpongeBob videos. I go, okay, good for him. And then the ad for your company came up. Not my company, but he thought I was the guy in the video. what? He goes, you do what I need. How'd you do that? How did you end up having your video in front of SpongeBob? I go, is that your computer? He goes, yeah. Have you ever searched for a supplier on your computer? He goes, oh. So AI knew that was his computer. His son borrowed it. No matter what content the son was looking at, the computer thought it was him and said, you need to see this company. And
Cool.
he goes, by the way, I called the company, I need what they have.
Cool
From
story.
SpongeBob.
Cool story about this as a side note. Sometimes we hate being tracked. If you got an iPhone, you and Facebook aren't friendly. They won't share data back and forth, whatever. I don't care about Facebook that much. But the tracking thing is gold, Jerry, for people that are trying to promote their company. Knowing who your potential customers are by where they've searched before, without that, we wouldn't be able to do this. You wouldn't be able to do this. So being tracked, the double-edged sword, right? It sucks when they see where you're going, but you know where other engineers are going, what they're looking for, and we take advantage of that. That's the positive side of that.
So
that I think is great.
this is amazing because it's the first time in advertising history that it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Pay for performance. Here's what that means. Thanks to this little skip button, you've seen this, right? They present you with an ad. If you're not interested, you're self-opting out, going skip. Guess what? AI won't send you that ad anymore. But if you watch more than 30 seconds of that video, AI goes, haha, I got one. And that's how this works. So this little skip button is the greatest gift.
It is the greatest. Two things I want. We said earlier that we don't have ads on our videos. This is true.
We are ads
Hold
in
on.
front of other videos.
On our channel with all our videos, people are watching it. There's no ads of other people placed in front of you. But when we pay to have your ad placed in front of engineers, we're the ad that shows up. If they like it, they watch it. If they don't, you pay zip. That's the bonus of being on a big channel. We're buying at wholesale price to get your ads in front of engineers and buyers. So that ad works for you, but when people are watching your video, they're never seeing Geico in front of it. So it's kind of complicated, but we're doing both things properly for you.
Out of Florida, we have a client who said, thank you. I go, for what? He goes, remember when Tom Brady won the Super Bowl and he was kind of drunk and he threw the Super Bowl trophy from one boat to another?
I think he was trying to hit Giselle with it and he missed.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Just a guess.
That video had 3 million views in the first day. His job shot video showed up as an ad on that video in the Florida area, and he saw it, and he goes, holy cow, I got 3 phone calls because of Tom Brady. So we are the ads in front of other people's content,
Yeah,
but there's no ads on our videos.
Yeah, so remember, just so happened that the guy who watched the Tom Brady ad is a guy who's an engineer who had logged into his computer. They knew who he was. He's watching Tom Brady. Nobody cares. But he was the right guy to put that video in front of him. That's how it works.
The other benefit is somebody watches a video. All right, so this is Norm, springs with 0 defects, blah, blah, blah. This comes up along the side. So it happens to be my son's computer, and he watched a couple of our videos. So the suggested videos are Park Gurus, Park Gurus, Park Gurus, Tom Cruise, roller chain facility in Holyoke, Mass. The bottom line is...
It's not Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise?
Cruise.
Oh,
Not a good joke. Try it.
Not at all. Anyway. So the other benefit we get is because of ranking. Remember I said content and ranking. The better you rank, the lower you pay. So if you have good content, what does Google make, by the way? Nothing. They rely on us as the content providers to help their customers feel satisfied. So if the user experience is good, they reward us. We are a content provider. They rank our stuff and they go, you guys are great. So anything manufacturing, I'm going to put your stuff at the top of the page, and I'm not going to charge you a lot to do it, so we can pass that savings on to you. So the bottom line is, you cannot do what we do. You try to do it, Hardy, run your own ads on YouTube, he'll spend $1.10 per view. I pay 10 cents. So I split it with him, and I go, I'll charge you $7. No? All right, next time. So anyway, the other thing is this, numbers. So we get large numbers, but they're targeted numbers because they're the same person over time.
Hey, we should explain the average YouTube video never gets more than 150 views in its entire life. While we've been speaking here, there's probably 1.5 million videos posted to YouTube.
Wait,
from Eastern United States.
I can do this because he's a client, I asked permission.
Yeah.
He wanted his own channel. Everybody wants to own their own stuff. Remember the old days? I need to have my IT guy host my website. No, you don't. You want to host it on somewhere where there's a content delivery network.
It's fast.
It's fast. Same thing with video. Do not ever
So
host
these
your
are
own video.
basically duplicates of the videos that are on our channels, changed slightly so they don't get, you can't have the same video twice.
You
YouTube
can't,
cancels
right.
it, but
That's the point.
slightly different,
You
but the
cannot
same.
duplicate videos. Once you duplicate your video by putting it on your channel and our channel, you cancel yourself out.
So
Google says you don't exist.
on our channel, these are getting tens of thousands of views, and on their channel, and it's in
29 views in a year. So I said, are you happy that you have your own YouTube channel? He goes, you were right again.
But it makes you feel good. Your customers can go, your employees can go there, but you need to be on a place that gets you the right amount of viewership.
And then,
The bigger the place.
of course, an ad isn't complete unless you get the person to click or contact you. So, the clicks. A typical Facebook campaign will get 0.9% click-through rate. Google, 1.5 to 2%.
By the way,
YouTube.
1.5 to 2% is what we've been talking about for 50 years in marketing. 1.5 to 2% of all your marketing always
That's an
works.
average, yep.
That's an average.
Marketing average.
Google's, that's what they're doing.
Our channel gets upwards of 23% click-through rate. Why? Because AI says good content, good ranking. The person we're presenting you is your target audience. So our numbers, I told you 2 million minutes of views. Our numbers are maintaining. They're not shooting through the roof. You know, we're adding more video and content. Call my rep. I go, why isn't the number going up? She goes, because of targeting. What would you rather have? 1,000 good people coming through the show, or do you want 7 colleges of students coming through and not buying anything? So it's target marketing. So what's happening is our numbers are going inverse because they're getting better. Did you see how I did that?
Like a dance.
This is awesome because this company.
It's a little complicated, but get to the points here because there's a lot of numbers on this page.
So this company has been running campaigns for years. We used to get 4.6% click-through rate. Average view rate is 3%. They have a 43% view rate. I'll explain later if you want to know what that means. Come and see me. But that's huge. That means half the people that his video reaches, they watch it.
And it really means they watch at least 3/4 of it, that's where our big numbers. They're great content, done well. You guys are experts in what you do. You're explaining it like the wizard on top of the machine, and people are like, wow, this is the guy I want to solve my problem. Or give me advice on who to go to solve my problem. That's how it works. How many people in the show here got a guy come by, maybe you can do this. No, but this guy over here, and you walked him over to another booth. Thank you for doing that, by the way, because there is the right guy here somewhere, and our whole group of people, including all you our gurus, are the right people to solve those problems.
By the way, I'm aware of the time. It's 9:12. We'll be out of here in 8 more minutes. So the whole thing is I walk through the show and I see everybody has their nice booths and they sometimes have a video loop playing. What's the biggest barrier to marketing success? Getting permission from you, the owner, the team. The biggest failure here is when a team gets together, sits in the conference room, you get lunch, and you argue about what you should say. And I go, stop. Grab your phone and take a video. Put it up there. In the time you argued about what to say, that thing's doing business for you. Stop. Don't overthink it. So now I walk through the show and see all these loops and I go, that's a great video loop. What do you do with it when you're not at the show? It sits in the crate. Why don't you give it to us? We'll put it on our channel. Your video on our channel will do better than sitting in a crate. And what happens is when you put your video on our channel, it becomes a guru content rated video, which means you help the community and American manufacturing gets better. So this is a team effort.
What you're hearing us say is we're marketing consultants for job shops. We're pretty good at it. We want to help you guys. We'll help you. A lot of it's free, really good advice. At the same time, we get brought in, people say, oh, this is what we're thinking of doing. We're gonna spend like 12 grand, we're gonna redo our logo. And we go, what the hell for? No one knows who you are, JNR. No one will know who you are until you show them what you do. The logo doesn't matter at all. You could have nothing for a logo, you're still gonna sell if you tell the story right. We help you tell the story right. Sometimes, and you heard a guy in the early part of this, his name was Pete, saying, we didn't know our story until Rob and Tom came in here. We help you figure out what you're forgetting to say. And we also were at one spot. I told this yesterday to somebody. We interviewed 6 of their salesmen. 2 were reps, remote. They came in to be filmed. And each guy, we filmed them by themselves in front of a green screen. Go, so what does this company do? Tell us your pitch. They had a different story. It's like we filmed 6 different companies, not one company and 6 guys. We got them together and got a story that was really their story. That corporate, this is what we do. No, not that. We did one of those. We lost our shirt. Don't talk about that, Jim. Talk about this. Consultants can help you do that and figure out what your pitch is, then get it out to the right people. We're pumped and excited to do that. This craziness here happens in your shop if you let us come in. and we'll capture the right video content to get you more business when we don't have a show in your region.
And another failure of mere mortals like all of us, we'll sit in the conference room again and go, we should have a video. All right, let's call a company, let's make a script. Let's figure out what to say. Again, stop. Where your best content comes from is up here and here. We tell you, no script. If you have a script, you're not an actor. You're not Tom Cruise. You're never gonna perform. So we get in front of you and interview you and ask you the right questions. Now, wait, Tom, Rob, you've done 9 screw machine shops. I don't want my shop to be in that field. Yeah, you do. You know why? The shoe store analogy. We know stuff about CNC. People that buy CNC parts, we know more about them than you do, even though you've been in business for 40 years. Because you know why? I have 6, 7, 8 other people that are doing marketing to those people, and we get the questions and the answers and what they're looking for. We share that with you. So this is a big community. Big hug, everybody.
So Tom, what can they do with us today?
Well, the thing is this.
You got 1 minute.
Yeah,
We'll finish.
I don't have a video. It's too much work to do it. So again, we do all the work. We come in, we spend 2 days, we fly in, we hopefully play golf with you, and then we come in the shop and literally walk around, ask people, ask machinists. We'll ask the guy that mops the floor how he likes working here because he's part of the team. Everybody will contribute. That thing gets put together, it becomes the greatest sales tool you ever had. You put that up on your website, and boom, you got a campaign.
What can they do today?
They can actually call us up. Call us, I'm right here. You could come up to us, we're gonna film a free video at your booth. But I'm not ready, Tom. I don't care. I just told you, no
Hold
scripting.
on. Anyone not bring their A game today to talk to the prospects that we're bringing? If you didn't bring your A game, go home. You already got your A game. We're just gonna put cameras and ask you questions like we're an engineer who wants to buy from you. That's how good video content is grabbed. By the heart, by the passion, by the brain here, get it out there and then edit it. And where you stumble, we cut that out. There is no one we've ever filmed, maybe one guy who did like a 2-minute straight thing without making a mistake. Every video you'll watch, go to Park Rivers and watch the channel. These guys are the smartest ever. I can't be that good. Sometimes there's 100 cuts in a minute and a half. You have no idea the ums and uhs we cut out.
So again, come up to us today.
Comes out perfect.
Here's the bottom line. Let us video you in your booth. If it sucks, we delete it. No harm, no foul. If you love it, put it on your homepage. Let's talk. That's it. Any questions, come and see us. Enjoy the show. Thank you for coming.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate your time.
Okay.
Come to me and they say, I need this, and I have a network of shops, and I go where to find new ones, and I recommend shops.
Oh, cool. Get a call, send me an email.
Yeah, definitely.
And
again, my name's Ben.
Ben, my father's name, best name. Rob is the one you want to talk to. Tom's horrible on responding to emails because he's too busy editing. But you call me. Thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
If you could combine the video.
We'd love to. Yeah, we offered it yesterday, but we wanted to know a lot about what we should say because we know a lot of people like you and we help them say it. And we come in, we're as bold as you want us to be, but we want to capture the